You know that beautiful piece of salmon you see at the store? That perfect, vibrant pink color? Well, get ready, because it's a lie. And the truth behind it is, honestly, it's way more disturbing than you can probably imagine. I mean, look at it. That rich, rosy hue, it just screams healthy and natural, right? Wrong. So wrong. That color is a carefully crafted illusion, and I'm about to show you exactly how the trick is done. You heard me. That's right. The specific shade of pink in your farmed salmon wasn't decided by what the fish ate in the wild. Nope. It was selected by a person from a catalog. Just let that sink in for a second. So you're probably asking, how is that even possible? How do you basically give a fish a paint job from the inside out? Well, the industry has a very specific and kind of bizarre tool for this exact purpose. Everybody meets the SalmoFan. And yes, it is exactly what it looks like. It's a color swatch, just like the ones you'd use to pick out paint for your living room. Farmers literally hold this thing up and decide, I think the American market is really feeling a vibrant number 26 this season. It is food coloring on a completely wild industrial scale. Okay, so let's break down this whole charade. Step 1, the feed. Wild salmon get their color naturally from eating things like krill and shrimp. Farm salmon, they get cheap pellets made of soy and grain. Step 2, the result. Because of that diet, their flesh is naturally a sad, pale, unappetizing gray color. No one wants to buy gray salmon. So, step 3, the choice. Farmers whip out their SalmoFan, pick a profitable pink, and then comes step 4, the additive. They mix a synthetic pigment called astaxanthin into the feed to literally dye the fish's muscles from the inside out. And that's really the heart of it, isn't it? The color you associate with a healthy fish is actually just a marketing decision. But trust me, this deception about color, it's just the tip of the iceberg. The reality of how these fish are raised is where things get truly disturbing. The reason these fish are naturally gray in the first place has everything to do with the grim reality of their lives. Or maybe a better word would be their imprisonment. Just picture it. On one hand, you've got the wild salmon, a powerful, incredible creature, swimming thousands of miles, living its life in the vast open ocean. On the other hand, you have its farmed cousin, confined to a crowded net cage with thousands of others, just swimming endlessly in circles. It's the difference between an athlete and a prisoner. And when I say crowded, I mean crowded. We're talking thousands upon thousands of these large fish crammed into one single enclosure. This isn't a farm, it's a floating factory. And when you pack any living creature that tightly, you create the absolute perfect breeding ground for disease and parasites. And this is where the story takes a turn that might make you a little queasy, because these crowded cages become infested with a creature that is straight out of a horror movie. It's called a sea louse. It's a small parasite that latches onto the salmon. But latches on is putting it way too mildly. What it actually does is just gruesome. They're not just hanging on for a ride. They actively feed on the fish. They eat their host alive. They consume their skin, their mucus, their blood. Imagine a parasite literally eating your face while you are trapped in a cage with thousands of others who are all suffering the exact same fate. It's just monstrous. In these packed cages, these infestations aren't just possible, they're inevitable, and they spread like wildfire. These lice can eat a fish all the way down to the bone, causing these massive open sores, incredible stress, and eventually a really slow, agonizing death. This isn't some rare problem. It's a systemic plague across the industry. And the industry's solution to this nightmare? Oh, it's just as brutal. They either dump tons of pesticides directly into these open water cages, pesticides that can end up in the fish you eat, or they force the fish into these traumatic thermal baths, which is a fancy way of saying they boil the lice off their bodies in a process that often kills the already weakened salmon. So the pink color is a complete illusion built on a pretty miserable reality. Now let's talk about the gray truth of what you're actually eating, nutritionally speaking. This chart here really says it all. The diet dictates everything. You've got natural krill and shrimp versus industrial soy and grain pellets, natural color versus a synthetic dye, and here's the kicker, the fat profile. Farm salmon is actually fattier, but it's higher in those inflammatory omega-6 fats because of its grain feed, and it's lower in the beneficial omega-3s that are the main reason we all want to eat salmon in the first place. So, the next time you're at the grocery store, I want you to be a detective. Ignore that bright pink color you see through the plastic wrap. Look closely at the label, at the fine print. You will very often find two little words, color added. It's like a quiet confession from the manufacturer, a tiny admission of the massive industrial process hiding behind that healthy-looking fillet.
Ultimately, it just boils down to this. Nature makes a wild salmon pink as a result of a healthy, natural life. Industry paints a farmed salmon pink because a marketing team decided that color would sell better. It's the difference between what's real and what's just advertising.
So the next time you're standing at the fish counter and you see that perfect pink salmon, I want you to ask yourself, now that you know the truth behind the color, what do you really see? Do you see a healthy, vibrant fish? Or do you see a gray fish that lived a miserable life that's just been painted pink for your plate? The choice, of course, is yours.